Scott McCall is an ordinary high school student living in the small town of Beacon Hills. He's not popular or special, just trying to get through his everyday life with his best friend, Stiles Stylinski. Stiles is a bit more curious and energetic than Scott. One night, Stiles hears about a strange dead body found in the woods. He convinces Scott to go with him to check it out. They sneak out of their houses and venture deep into the dark forest. Stiles gets caught by his dad, who is the town's sheriff, and has to go back. But Scott continues on his own. While walking alone in the woods, Scott hears strange noises, feels a chill in the air, and suddenly gets attacked by a large creature. The beast bites him before disappearing into the night. Shaken, Scott rushes back home, unsure of what just happened. The next day, he tries to put the strange experience behind him. However, he quickly notices that something is different. His senses are heightened, he can hear distant sounds, smell things more intensely, and he feels incredibly strong. At school, he impresses his lacrosse coach with newfound speed and agility, something Scott had never experienced before. He starts to worry that whatever bit him in the woods may have caused these changes. Stiles, being curious as always, begins researching the bite and stumbles upon stories about werewolves. He confronts Scott with the theory that maybe Scott is turning into a werewolf. Scott is reluctant to believe it at first, but the signs are hard to ignore. Later that day, Scott starts losing control over his new abilities. His hearing becomes overwhelming, and his instincts grow sharper, especially when he's around his crush, Allison Argent, a new girl at school. She seems nice, but there's something mysterious about her family. At a lacrosse practice that evening, Scott's temper flares. He almost hurts someone with his unnatural strength. He realizes he needs help, but is too afraid to tell anyone except Stiles. At night, under a full moon, Scott's body starts changing even more dramatically. His teeth sharpen, his nails grow into claws, and his eyes glow yellow. He is becoming a werewolf, just as Stiles had feared. Scott running into the woods again, confused and scared. He meets a man named Derek Hale, who seems to know what's happening to Scott. Derek warns him that his life is about to change forever. He explains that the creature who bit Scott is part of a bigger problem in Beacon Hills. Derek himself is also a werewolf, and he offers Scott guidance on how to control his powers. However, Derek warns Scott about the dangers of being a werewolf, including other hunters who might be after him. Scott is torn between wanting a normal life and the terrifying reality that his life will never be the same again. The episode leaves Scott questioning who he is and what he will become now that he is a werewolf.